Michael Carrick talking about Manchester United summer transfers. Is there a hint towards what his role might be going into this summer, or is he just playing it coy? Is he just covering all angles in talking about a certain position in Manchester United's team that he clearly thinks, going from what he said in his press conference, part 2, needs improving on for Manchester United? We're going to go through all of Michael Carrick's part 2 press conference, the embargoed version, as well, and what he's been saying about certain players in and around the football club. Obviously, his future, catching Arsenal. What a stupid comment that was. Or is it? No, it's not, is it? It can't go that far. Obviously, we all seen what happened last night. You've seen my video over on Adam FC, I'm sure, about Liverpool dropping more points. Star performances again from 2 Man United targets in that game. I'm going to give you all the up-to-date news around Manchester United's transfer situation. A little bit of a look towards that game against Newcastle. Obviously, later on tonight, we have the watch-along coming. Don't forget the link in the description and the one in the live chat right now if you're live with us is to get your predictions in now on that game. More on that later on as we get to the back end of this show. We want to talk about what Michael Carrick's position is. Fixing one particular position seems to be a hot topic at the moment. I've tried to avoid it. Yesterday, I brought up the news about the injury situation regarding Mason Mounts, regarding Lisandro Martinez. The concerns I've got with centre-back. Centre-back, I think, does need addressing in the summer. Talked about that all last night. But again, the left wing, the left attacking position at Manchester United. It's like he talks about Cunha being able to play there. He talks about Ahmad being able to play there. It came about from a conversation about Ahmad being left out of the squad, the player's attitude, the player's quality. And he went on to wax lyrical about the attitude, again, of Amad Diallo and his role within and how good he's been since he's been at the club. He's done this with several players now, Michael Carrick. But again, it is talking about an area of the pitch that the club would look, or probably look and could look to invest in come the summer transfer window. Michael Carrick talking there about what he thinks within this team, because it's his formation, it's his system that they're talking needs this player bringing in. So in theory, is this Michael Carrick's position going into the summer as well? Are we already looking ahead to transfers with Michael Carrick? All through the last 2 weeks, we've talked about managers dropping by the wayside and no one really in line to actually, well, come and compete. I mean, we had different stories on different managers, none of which are in, I don't think, the same position as Michael Carrick going into the summer when it comes to a decision being made. And I just think transfer talk like this, the press conference, people asking him the questions, they're obviously looking for headlines because there is no other headlines because United are winning. So let's try and dig up something before the summer actually comes about, try and hint at what might actually be happening. Obviously, already nearly through the first week of March, the speculation is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger now. And obviously, with every single game that passes, the game that United win, Michael Carrick's future will be discussed. The formation he's playing, the left-hand side, we notice he's played Dorgu there, he's played Cunha there. He says Ahmad can also play there. When you are looking at a position like that and you're looking at an area of the pitch that you think a few players can play in, it's like you're trying to find someone for that position from within your club. The way that he answered the question was, Cunha's been playing there. Obviously, Ahmad can also play there. We played Dorgu there as well. When there's a few players in that same position, it doesn't mean that it's nailed down. It means that there is room for improvement because Cunha is more comfortable in the middle, I feel, anyway, cutting into the middle. And obviously, he has played wide for Wolves. He played wide for United. He likes to go in. I think what we're looking at here is another option for Manchester United more than anything, and where United might invest from the summer transfer window, because we need that dynamic, speedy burst of speed, that direct type of winger, I think, that suits our game, especially when Benjamin Sesko is playing. And I'm not saying that these players within the squad can't play together now. I'm saying, like I said yesterday, we need options. We need other players there that can actually do this job and give us something a bit different off the bench. And the left-hand side, I think, is definitely now. And as much as I try and push it aside and say that Manchester United need to concentrate on midfield, the other positions within this squad are starting to come up, and I can actually see, and I'm not defending this here, I can actually see where Manchester United might actually think that 2 midfielders is what they're going to have to go for. But you can't when you're selling Manuel Ugarte as well. So it's exciting because United are going to have a very, very, very busy summer transfer window. And the talk of everything that's happening right now, the Diamande, obviously the Nico Williams stories, any other winger that's in there right now, and you look at the relegated sides, you look at the ones that are potentially going to be relegated. A lot of people have mentioned the name Somerville from West Ham, and he would be a good option. Obviously, we've seen the Gerard Bowen. I think he's too similar to what we've got already. We need someone different. We need someone. And you know what? Remember Ahmad? Remember someone saying Ruben Amorim when he was talking about Ahmad? We need another Ahmad on the left-hand side. Obviously, that was with wing-backs, but that type of player that brings something different. Because, look, I think Cunha and Mbeumo are similar sorts of players in terms of skillful, great on the ball, hard to get off the ball, good in tight situations, not blistering pace. Look, they're both fast and they can both move and shift. But I'm talking about that blistering pace. I mean, if you put Patrick Dorgu in a sprint with them players, Patrick Dorgu's winning all day long. And I can see why Michael Carrick has gone straight to Patrick Dorgu in playing him in that position. It was something that was recognised instantly when he first walked through the door. The fact that we lost Dorgu after 2 games in for Michael Carrick, I think has set us back a little bit. And obviously, he probably would have had bigger plans to use Dorgu and Cunha and Mbeumo and Ahmad within them 2 wide positions. And now we've got Cunha, who gives us width. And don't get me wrong, he was dangerous in that second half against Crystal Palace at weekend. He's done the damage for us before, and I have got no issue at all with Cunha starting games in that position for Manchester United. I would just like something else on the bench, and I think this is what he's talking about. It came about when he was answering a question about Ahmad, his qualities, and where he can play, and what, obviously, what position he can do. Because he was left on the bench, but he could also come in and play on that left-hand side if Mbeumo's on the right. And I think this is what Michael Carrick was getting at. He could actually start tonight. He could bring him in and freshen it up and play him on the left-hand side and put Cunha on the bench again. I think, look, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a change in the team lineup tonight and the starting lineup in terms of him freshening it up, because obviously double game week, he's going to need everyone that he's got within his squad. And I feel like we just needed that extra little bit of something in the game against Crystal Palace. And, you know, look, Matheus Cunha brought it for us. He got us that penalty, that bit of movement, and then the crosses and the danger that he was creating. He did have a part in the goal. I know Bruno crossed it in for Sesko, but it was first initial move with Mazraoui down that left-hand side that brought the initial attack, with the ball then being cleared to Bruno. Bang, in it goes, 2-1, United get the 3 points. He's always involved and he's always there. And the work rate, and when you're in front, Matheus Cunha is an absolute asset. He's brilliant. I think Carrick knows that they just need that bit of depth on that side. And I think it's going to come in the summer. And United will, by the looks of it, invest into a new winger / attacking left-sided player. In terms of Manchester United and the latest from yesterday on the transfers, we didn't go into this too much because there was plenty of other news with the press conference and everything else going on. Bruno Fernandes, contract extension and whatnot. We've already covered all of that. But the word from yesterday's transfers again, and there was confirmation that Manchester United now are tracking Matheus Fernandes at West Ham as another midfield option. Manchester United are planning a serious assault on the transfer market this summer with players such as Baleba, Wharton, Anderson, Fernandes and Sandro Tonali all in their sights. United are going to go big, and I think people are getting excited about what Manchester United are going to do. The Anthony Gordon situation, again, that has been brought up several times now. Matheus Fernandes and Anthony Gordon are 2 other new names that have come into Manchester United sites because of what's happened with them clubs. I don't think United would get either of these players if their current clubs weren't in the predicaments that they're actually in. This is where the story has come about from the opportunistic transfer. We spoke about this plenty of times before. So Gordon's another winger as an option for Manchester United. Won't come cheap. Is he good enough? The debate is there. Fernandes is another option for midfield if they lose perhaps out on Adam Wharton and Elliot Anderson. But all of the time that you have got Liverpool where they are, Chelsea where they are, and obviously Newcastle where they are, bringing them clubs into the fray here, because Wharton was apparently destined for Liverpool, but they might not get Champions League yet. Results will obviously tell us everything. And United are probably in the most comfortable position right now out of Villa, out of Chelsea, Liverpool, Newcastle, all of these so-called bigger clubs, the clubs that were in the Champions League last season. Manchester United are in the fight for it, in Villa's case. Everyone there, Man United are more comfortable than anyone else right now. No European football to play. This is the last double game week of the season. Plenty of rest, plenty of recovery, less chance of injuries and having burnout within the back end of the season. And of course, we are in the best form out of anyone in that top 4 fight right now. We are, next to Manchester City, the form team in the league over the last 5 games, better than Arsenal. So United, I think right now, are comfortable looking and talking and obviously doing the groundwork already into these transfers and speaking to certain players, because West Ham could go down. That's Somerville, that's Fernandes. Newcastle won't get European football. That's Tonali, that's Guimaraes, that's Gordon. It's whoever you want from that football club. Maybe even left back in Lewis Hall as well has been linked with Manchester United before. Then you move across to why I'm talking about Liverpool. With Liverpool without European football, brings in Adam Wharton for Manchester United if we don't get Elliot Anderson. Nottingham Forest not getting European football means that Elliot Anderson's set price keeps in and he won't go above 80 million. And this is all developing, and I feel is pushing Manchester United into a more comfortable position because of where everyone else is in the league right now. We have kind of stumbled into this position and got lucky with Michael Carrick coming in, but we have to grab it with both hands right now. I could see realistically any of them players I've just mentioned coming to Manchester United this summer. I would never say that before. I was never even going near these. I was worried European football was a must, and obviously we needed to be at least in the Europa League. Now I'm actually thinking that we are going to get Champions League football. The conversation and the talk, and I think this is obviously them bringing questions from the media, asking Michael Carrick hinting at the left-hand side and where Manchester United might improve, obviously wanting a different style of player there as well. Then bringing in the thoughts of Michael Carrick and where his position is going to be, because we are talking about Manchester United and what we need now in a Carrick setup. This might change if another manager comes in. So why are we talking about the left-hand side? Why is that so important? It's important in a Carrick 4-2-3-1. Are Ineos going to determine what formation we play if a new coach comes in? Is that interview process, if they don't pick Carrick, going to say, you have to play this formation? Well, I don't like that formation and you don't get that manager. That could be a conversation that's had between Ineos and one of the candidates. It's all built around, I feel now, Michael Carrick and next season for Manchester United. Everything is moving down that road where Michael Carrick's in charge and the transfers that we're talking about are based around him. It just looks that way. If you get rid of Casemiro and Agate, you need 3 midfielders because we need another one now and you're getting rid of 2. Bang. He talked about the left-hand side and something different. There's another transfer. The options that we've got at left-back, obviously we have got options there. I would like to start bringing someone in for Luke Shaw, but maybe we have to prioritise centre-back now all of a sudden. Because centre-back, with what we mentioned last night, with the uncertainty of Leacher and De Ligt being the 2 experienced players behind Harry Maguire, even if Harry Maguire gets a new contract, at Manchester United on a cut-price deal, can you rely on Harry Maguire to play you 60 games a season at that age? No, it's not fair on him. This was what we were discussing, obviously, last night. So I think it might be 3 midfielders, then an attacking wide player, then a centre-back, maybe another striker. Maybe it's the fullback area that now obviously isn't going to be looked at, because you could always say, look, worst case scenario, Patrick Dorgu as an attacking player could still play at left back, and he could because he still plays defensively even when he's up there. So if United go out and buy a winger, you could look at it 2 ways, couldn't you? You could say we keep Dorgu up as a winger and we go and buy a left back, or we get a left back, or we get a winger and push Dorgu back when necessary and needed, and we keep rotating. I like the fact that we have got multiple options on both sides of the attack going into next season. Multiple. And then you're looking at your 10, that's pretty much sorted because you've got Bruno there. Obviously, if you sell Mason Mount, Mainu could step forward because you're about to bring 3 new midfielders in. Well, that's what we should be doing anyway. And you can see it all developing all around Michael Carrick's 4-2-3-1 and how he wants Man United to play. People have said to me before when criticising Carrick, we've still not got no style of play. He's just he's winning off the vibes. He's doing the same thing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did. No, it's so far from the truth. Michael Carrick would like to change things up. He hasn't got a big enough squad to do what he wants, I don't think, yet. I think there's more to come. I really do think that there's more to come from Carrick. Let's get your comments on this. First of all, good morning, everyone. How are we all feeling? How are we all feeling after last night? More importantly, yes, indeed, Liverpool. Thank you very much, Wolves. Again, wow, what a run they're on. My thoughts on that game are on Adam FC. I did a reaction to it last night after the game finished. You can go and watch that later on if you want as well, everyone. Please do. And make sure you do hit the subscribe button on Adam FC as well, my other channel. Let's get into these comments on the live show this morning, everyone. And let's get into it. Let's see what we've got now. Cunha, this is a super chat from Brian. First of all, thank you, Brian. Cunha is the odd man out. Maybe a good fit for Amorim, but I'd swap him for a good left winger in a heartbeat. He also hangs on to the ball. I think that's supposed to say ball too long. Look, no, I mean, I love Cunha. I love Cunha, and I think he is a real weapon for Manchester United. I think he's fully, I think, adaptable to several different positions in that front line. And I think Carrick can use Cunha in so many different ways. I think we need, I don't like versatile players, but I know the importance of them. And I think they will go out and buy a left-sided player. And then everyone at Manchester United then will know, what, we're in the Champions League and you've got to take your chance. You cannot just expect to walk into the side and play average. You're out. Counts for every single one of them players that are in that starting lineup right now. And I think if you get that mentality going into next season, even with the amount of competition for places, players are going to be on top of everything. Players are going to want to perform constantly. So I just feel now that Manchester United, with the recruitment coming in the summer, on top of Cunha as well in that position. And look, and Cunha's not a definite starter, just like other players in this side are not. When Dorgu comes back, it'd be interesting to see if Michael Carrick actually puts him ahead of Cunha, mate. That's something that could actually happen again straight away. I was more nervous about the Wolves game when Liverpool equalised, says Deborah. Yeah, I thought they were going to win it at that point. I really did. As long as Steve Holland is there, I could head coach that side. Just a bit of an insult on Carrick, that man. Come on, mate. I mean, he's done well, and he handles and he talks and he communicates. Look, there's a quality in a manager, and this is where Amorim failed. He didn't manage. He tried to coach to hell. So Carrick's a great coach, but Carrick is also proving to be a great manager. And great managers pick teams. It's managing. That's the name. That's the title. That's the job. You bring in the best around you. It's like the most successful people in the world are the ones that accept there are better people at doing jobs than you are. There are better people, more qualified candidates and more better qualified people to do certain roles within a club. You can't do everything. Carrick, I think, is already delegating, and he's already putting people in position around him. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. This is a great sign of someone who understands what's needed. He's happy to spread the roles around. He's happy to spread the responsibility around the actual club. This is what Sir Alex Ferguson did brilliantly. He didn't coach anything. He was there and he was helping coaching, of course, but he was masterminding the schedule. He was looking into players. He was talking to players. He was getting into players' heads. He was the one that built the mentality monsters that Manchester United created throughout the years. Carrick, I think, is a great man manager, a great communicator. He's a great coach, but he knows that he can't do it all. And I think he is managing better than Ruben could even dream of doing. Coaching is great, but if you haven't got a manager and you haven't got someone to actually manage situations, player attitudes, player problems, and deal with that side of the game comfortably, then it doesn't matter how good the coach is. Every team is built around, every manager is built around, or successful around what he's built around him, in the team that he brings with him. Every single big coach has got the same. Look, Steve Holland is the best in class, and Manny's right on that one. Definitely is. But Michael Carrick is doing a fantastic job, I think, here. And he's the one that is balancing this out. He's the one that picks the team. He's the one that actually makes things happen here and sees things in the game. You always need someone next to you to help you. And I think this is where it really counts. And this is where you earn your money, I feel, as well, as a manager. Adam, last night I tried the second super chat, but came as a sticker, and I said 250 million on the midfield and 100 million on the defence. Fair enough, Paul. thank you for that, mate. I did notice that. I remember it last night. I'm glad I've seen your comment in the chat this morning, buddy, as well. Thank you very much for that. And everyone else who has super chatted as well. Don't forget, we are on the watch along later. We have got the warm-up show coming around about midday-ish, around about the 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock mark as well. So stay tuned for that as well. That'll be looking more ahead to the game tonight. But, of course, the watch along is the big one. We have got plenty going on. And I did hint at something that I'm really excited about, which is coming into the channel, a new partnership, which is also coming in as well. So, yeah, I will let you know about that later on as well. So make sure that you're there, everybody. I wouldn't say he's a great coach, great manager. Yes, coach, not sure on that one. Yes, he is, mate. He was a miles better coach. He's done all of his badges, and he is a good coach. People don't take Carrick for being a coach. All of a sudden, because Steve Holland's there, everyone thinks that Steve Holland's doing all of the work. No, he's doing a lot. But Michael Carrick is just a capable coach in what he wants and how he wants to play. And it's about sending that message across with that, which I think the players are getting, and that's why we're playing better football. I did announce all of the winners from Big Up last night as well, yesterday, everyone. So again, don't forget, if you have already got your predictions in and you are on our predictions game ready for the Newcastle match tonight and watch along, you are in that draw for the OK Jerseys tops and the 25 grand prize draw as well at the end of March. I should find out by tonight in the watch along who won the 25 grand from February. So I'll try and get that out along with the watch along tonight. It's a lot to look forward to tonight, actually. Lots going on. I love it. Right. Let's see what else we've got in the comment section here. No, he is a good coach. Wow, let people have a mind. I'm not sure what that means. I don't know if it's someone having a go at me or a conversation going on in the chat there. Look at Matt. Look. It's a good team. That's all you need to worry about. There's no debate. There's no argument. Carrick's a great coach. Holland is an extremely brilliant coach. He's proved that. He's a great number 2. What Jonathan Woodgate is doing is being praised massively. So too Travis Binion. They're all good coaches. You don't get a job at Manchester United unless you have got them capabilities. It's that that's important. It's up here, which is important at Manchester United. Being able to handle the mental strain of being a player, of being a coach, being a manager, being anything at the football club, and the scrutiny that comes your way, if you handle that, you will be fine. Handling players at Manchester United and the way that this club has gone and the way it's got to over the last few years is difficult for any man. And that, I think, is something that Michael Carrick has nailed down perfectly in his time at the football club. I really do. I wanted to just bring in some other news which is circulating. I touched on Bruno Fernandes just a moment ago there in terms of us talking about Bruno, new contract coming in, blah, 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 things like this. There's a lot of news going in around at the moment about Bruno Fernandes demanding this and demanding that. The Mirror ran a story saying Manchester United are prepared to offer Bruno Fernandes a improved deal up to 400k a week. They're willing to break their wage structure to keep Bruno and sign him on again. He's more likely to base his decision on his Old Trafford future on whether the club qualify for the Champions League. At this stage of his career, he's not motivated by money, is what the Daily Mirror is saying, which I think makes sense. I mean, he's got enough already and what he's on right now. And there are lots of stories that have been built off this, and I think there's a lot of crap as well. I mean, Matchday Central running stories saying Bruno Fernandes is reportedly demanding 400k a week before he will extend his contract beyond 2027. Manchester United view Bruno as a key player to remain in talks with him to find common ground. If all goes well, Bruno will sign a new contract before the World Cup begins. Bruno Fernandes is not demanding 400k a week. He wants to win trophies. He wants to be competitive. If Manchester United are in the Champions League next season, Bruno Fernandes will still be wearing a Manchester United shirt next season. That's all you need to know. It's as simple as that. When you look at what Manchester United have got, when you look at everything that has been going wrong at the football club, you can see why players might want to, at that age, look elsewhere. Bruno Fernandes will be a United player next season. He'll be the captain next season because I'm pretty convinced United are going to make Champions League football. And that, I think, is what Bruno Fernandes will base his decision on. I think it has been made clear, and there was another story yesterday on Bruno where the hierarchy at Manchester United, Jim Radcliffe, as high as him, have said that they want Bruno to stay. They are not going to force Bruno Fernandes out to bring money in. I don't think we can collect as much money because I honestly don't think that Bruno wants to go to Saudi. And that's the only big money move you can get. Fabrizio Romano has come out and said he thinks that the Saudi clubs will again come back in and bid big for Bruno Fernandes when the window opens. He's had 2 chances to go now and he's not taken them. And I think at the moment, he probably wanted to give Ruben Amorim a chance. That failed. And then we got all the talk about Bruno Fernandes wanting out, all of the interviews while he was on international duty and everything like that. And he was getting a little bit concerned with how things were going at United and where the club's direction was going. Michael Carrick coming in has saved so much. And again, that Ineos need to thank their lucky stars that Michael Carrick has come in and turned this around, because he has literally saved the football club. And you could talk about everyone who's with him and they play a part, but Michael Carrick picks his team. Michael Carrick picked the team that he's got with him. He chose the people that wanted to coach alongside him to get the best out of him. And he is in the best form that we've seen for God knows how long for Manchester United. It must be going on 4 years now that we've been on a run like this at least. But it continues under Carrick, and he is the one that has changed Bruno Fernandes' mind, that has given us this option going into the summer transfer window with more money to spend because we've got the Champions League. We're ahead of schedule because I'll always remember what Omar Barada said. Omar Barada said, we are judging the next 4 years' financials off not being in Europe this season, as in now, and this was him saying it last year, and then continuously being in the Europa League. That's what we're banking. That's how we're scheduling, and that's how we are obviously predicting where we're going to be financially and where the club could be going forward and what we can expect to win. Like the whole statement that he made was based around European football, but Europa League football. I remember it. Words came out of his mouth. And Michael Carrick's come in, taken us from Europa League football, opportunity this season because it is a difficult league and everyone's beating everyone. And he's just turned us into a Champions League side now. Just like that. Obviously not yet. We've got to be proven to be playing in the Champions League, but financially and where we are, we should be the favourites now, underneath Manchester City and Arsenal, to be in the Champions League next season. Without a doubt. I mean, I've not looked at the bookies, but I'm guessing Manchester United are obviously odds on now to finish in the Champions League. I think, before the Crystal Palace game, the mega computer had United down as a 72% chance of making the Champions League. We beat Palace. That had gone up. Liverpool lose. Points will be dropped in the game tonight between Chelsea and Aston Villa. Of course, the odds will go up and the percentage will go up again. If United win tonight, my God, then we really are talking. And that will definitely start to push Manchester United into that favourites column. And I think then will spark serious talks of what we're talking about now, but more as in transfers and what we could actually do. Right, moving forward, let's get some more comments in and let's get some more thoughts on everything as well. Right, and let's just have a quick look at a few more of what people have said. By the way, I am going to give a sneak peek to what I've got coming up and do a little extra bit right at the end of this show for the members. So this show will turn into a members only show right at the end, everyone, as well. So if you are a member, big shout out to all the members in the house as well who have been members for quite a long time. And I know a lot of you are keeping on renewing your memberships as well. It's like Stu there as well, who's been a member 24 months, 2 years a member for Stu, and who is a mod as well. 3 points, and I'm changing my alarm to the Champions League theme tune, he says. That's him, convinced it's done. If we get the 3 points tonight, that United are making Champions League. That's what he's saying anyway. We have another super chat in as well, and another membership renewal from Ray. Thank you, Ray. Love that, buddy. 6 points clear of Liverpool and in the Champions League. The boys must be up for it tonight because, man, I didn't think we would be above Chelsea or Liverpool in March. Let's go. I agree. I didn't think we'd be here, but I'm taking it. Gregory also has just renewed his membership. Says, let's hold on to this one good thing, United's form. Yeah, I do. Honestly, I think that Manchester United are definitely. I think Manchester United are definitely in a position where we can actually feel confident as a fan base. I really do think that we can. I'm just, by the way, just on the stream thing as well, YouTube are not allowing me to do the actual member stream thing. I'll do it later, or I'll do it later on after the, I'll do it later after the warm-up show. So that will come. I don't know why it's not working today on that side of things. I think it's because we've got a dual stream going on with the shorts format on the show as well. Anyway, nothing for you to all to worry about. I'll do it. Yeah. 1 second, everyone. I'll explain what's coming up later on. Sorry, I got all confused there with everything that was going on. YouTube were just trying to play me a little bit, but Barada said that top 5 and fans lost their minds, calling him clueless, deluded, and that we were more likely to get relegated. I remember the vibe then. I remember the vibe and everything that was going on at that time. And I didn't expect us to be where we are right now. The opportunity that came about last night again with Liverpool losing, I just look at the form of everybody else right now. And I think if you are not, as a Man United fan, going into, not as a Man United player going into the game tonight, to take full advantage of this, then I do think that you need your head testing. Honestly, I think United should be going into this tonight confident now that they can really nail down this Champions League place. 6 points is big, and that 6 points ahead of Liverpool is absolutely massive because we still got to play them at Old Trafford. And obviously, there are tougher games for them to come as well on paper. 6 points in this stage of the season with 9 games to go, that's not easy to turn around. Some people might argue it is. A couple of wins here and there. But I just feel like because there's so many teams that are capable of beating other teams at the top, if you have got a gap, yes, we will lose games, but Liverpool are just going to keep on losing games as well. It's like they win a couple and then they lose one. It's just going to be a continuation and a continuation of this throughout. Villa will lose games, Chelsea will lose games, so will Liverpool. So while you're in form and you're doing well, rack up as many points as you possibly can and make that buffer. I said it, beat Everton, beat Palace, and then this is a big, big week this week. Premier League fixtures this week are massive. Liverpool have already fallen off. One of Chelsea or Villa will also do it tonight, or both maybe if there's a draw there. It gives United the chance. If we win tonight, and look, even if United draw tonight, I'm not going to be disheartened. I will never, ever think that Newcastle away is a given. Other games I will always commit to, but Newcastle I have got an issue with, and I'm always scared in this fixture. And if we came out with a draw tonight, I know we could go for the win, and the points will be there. But we're still going to be 4 points ahead of Liverpool. We're still going to be ahead of Chelsea. We're probably still going to be ahead of Aston Villa because I think that might be a draw tonight. Look, as long as we're in the top 4, I'm not really bothered. I would like to finish third because it looks better, but top 4 has to just be the mark, and then we move on from there. As long as, like Stu said, we've got that Champions League theme tune playing on our phones, or we're going to Old Trafford with that playing out before the game. That's all that matters. That Champions League night back at Old Trafford again next season, that will be absolute gold. I cannot wait. By the way, another important game last night was Brentford-Bournemouth, by the way. No one's talking about this because Manchester United, when you look at the league table, when you look, I'm just going to bring it up now quickly just to make this point. And this is how well Michael Carrick has done. So when we're talking about Champions League, the cut-off is 5th. So at the moment, we are 6 clear of Chelsea. So 6 points safety of Champions League football. Then you go down to 7th. That's Europa League. 6, obviously. If you stay in 6, obviously, then you'll be in Europa League positions because it's going to be top 5 Champions League, and 6 will be Europa League. So you're looking at Chelsea's gap between them and Brentford. Brentford dropped points last night, which is big. Again, I know it may seem minor compared to what we're looking at right now, and we shouldn't be looking at Brentford, blah, blah, blah. It's important. They're on 44. If United win tonight, Manchester United will be 10 points clear, guaranteed 10 points clear for that Europa League place. That's it. European football is back at Old Trafford next season, no matter what. That's the sort of area that we're talking about now. Whereas before, we were all talking about, oh, can we get back into Europe? Just get in any Europe at all. We're pretty much here guaranteed Europa League football now. That's what we've done. That's what Manchester United, the form that Michael Carrick has brought. If we win tonight, wow, yeah, then the Europa League is guaranteed. I think Champions League is guaranteed. That's what this brings tonight. This is why this is such a massive game. But it also goes to show how well United have done. The form that we're in under Michael Carrick and what he has done to get us where we are now. And by the way, Manchester United's defence before Carrick came in was in the bottom half of the table. Now we are the 8th best defence in the league, the third best attack in the league under Michael Carrick. He's also shored it up at the back as well, which gives us confidence of seeing games out now. And this is where other teams are going to start getting worried, and other fans are starting to stress that United are indeed actually well and truly back. Running through some other little snippets of news and everything that's going on before we get into the back end of the show. Luke Shaw contract update is in. This has come from a couple of sources online, actually. No extension talks yet, as current deal runs out until the end of June 2027. Carrick calls him undroppable and in a good place, but club eyes depth due to his injury history and packed 2026-27 schedule. So cover needed, in other words, on Luke Shaw. That's something that's going around online as well at the moment. Moving into the Mason Mount situation. And again, more talk like we said yesterday. Manchester United have no intention of selling Mason Mount, apparently. 27 this summer, despite interest from Aston Villa. Football Insider via the BBC are saying this. He's missed approximately 55 games through injury in just under 3 seasons at United. And United don't want to sell, according to the BBC, this is. So, again, look, it's up to Ineos because they've got to decide whether they're happy with a player that averages 22 games a season is worth 250 grand a week wages, because that's what Mason Mount will be on next season. I've said that I think Manchester United will be open for offers. I still think they are. If someone comes in with a decent offer for Mount, you've got to sell him. You have to sell him. Let's see what happens. That story is chopping and changing constantly at the moment. Obviously, we brought you the news that there is going to be, well, not so much a mass exodus at Manchester United, but there are a few players within the club that Manchester United would see okay in leaving or selling on. Michael Carrick was asked whether or not he could catch Arsenal in that press conference, by the way. It's ridiculous. I know. He actually made a sarcastic comment back at it as well. It's gone there now, has it? Or something like that, he said. But he's also been talking about being realistic. He said, of course, being realistic, we have to win a lot of football matches for that, as in to win the title, to happen. We'll do what we've been doing and go one at a time. We've got one now and then a bit of a break before Villa, and we'll give everything we've got on Wednesday night. Simple. And yeah, look, it is game by game for Carrick. And if he looks at it that way, I think he'll be safe. He will. Also, everybody, don't forget, we have got the watch along this evening as well. That's going to be starting around about 7 o'clock tonight, everybody. Manchester United versus Newcastle. Well, Newcastle versus Man United. Big watch along tonight. And it is going to be a tough old night, a long night. And we need as many people there as we possibly can. We also need as many people winning on our game tonight. Our prediction game is up and running, everybody. Don't forget to get your predictions in now. That link is your link into getting your predictions. Your options are up there on the screen again. As you can see there, what we've got tonight for the game. 7 options. All you have to do is pick 2. You don't have to go with all 7 of them. And yeah, what we're going to do here is obviously hopefully get a big winner again. We had 29 winners in the game against Crystal Palace. So if you fancy wagering yourself up on it, then get involved and join our leaderboard. If you do make 2 predictions, you're automatically on the leaderboard and you're in the game. you could be in the prize draw tomorrow for one of the tops. We give 5 tops away each watch along and each prediction game if you are in the game itself, courtesy of OK Jerseys, our match day sponsor, right there in the bottom left hand corner of your screen. And you can go and buy your own stuff there now. Great discounts and lots of good gear. But 5 people will be able to choose the top of their choice through OK Jerseys if you are in our prediction game on Big Up as well. So 3 ways of winning 25k at the end of the month. I will try and find out who won that 25k from February. I don't know yet. I will obviously find it out before the watch along later on this evening. You could win one of 5 tops courtesy of OK Jerseys. By the way, go and get your own top from OK Jerseys now. They are really cheap. All of the latest Stone Roses Man United gear is on the store as well, everybody. So use discount code Adam as well. Get another 8% off. You can buy a new Man United top for as little as 13 quid. Great replica gear. And all of the retros are there as well. All of the new World Cup tops for this summer are also starting to drop as well, everybody. And that is going to be part of our giveaway and our prize on the prediction game as well. Get in now. You have up until kickoff to get your entries in and your predictions in on the game. So make sure that you do give yourself plenty of time. Have a look through them. And of course, let's just be precise. Like, look into it and go, do you think Gordon's going to get a goal or assist? Is Cunha going to be hitting the targets? Could he actually be replaced by Ahmad? You might want to wait until the team drops before you go with the Ahmad one. I do think it's going to be a tight game. I think goals, yeah, I think there'll be goals in it. I think tiredness will creep in. I think mistakes will happen late on. And I think we will get a bit of a good game tonight. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. By the way, as well, we will have all of the other games covered on the watch along tonight. The video printer will be in full force. We'll be keeping an eye as we build up to the kickoff for the Newcastle game on everything else. In particular, we'll be keeping an eye on the Chelsea and Villa game. So we're going to be doing a kind of full watch along as that game kicks off. We'll be doing a bit of a hate along, then building up to Manchester United. So there's going to be plenty going on. So we're going to be watching Villa and Chelsea while building up to Newcastle. Then we'll be switching across to obviously Manchester United at St James's Park tonight. And obviously, we're all praying, aren't we? By the way, thank you, everyone. Over 200 likes again on the show this morning. Please pop a like on the video if you think Man United are going to win tonight. Let me know. We have had a poll running as well. Result for tonight's game. We've had that running now for the last 5 minutes. Get involved, everybody. 62% of you think that Man United are going to win tonight. There is a very, very confident feel about the chat. And that is that Man United are definitely taking points away from this game tonight anyway, so far. Get your predictions in there in our game and obviously get on that poll as well. They're your 2 options in the live chat right now, everybody. Just looking at on that OK Jerseys as well. The Windbreaker top Stone Roses one is now available as well, everybody. That is there. And there are also full kids kits in the Stone Roses, shorts and shirts available on the site as well. So make sure that you do get on there now and just check it out in terms of pricing and everything. Yeah. Use my discount code and get yourself absolutely kitted out. I'm going to have to get mine ordered as well on this, actually. But yeah, the link is there in the description of the video for OK Jerseys, everybody. So make sure that you do get on there and get them now. Should I wear mine tonight again? It was good luck in the last watch along. We beat Everton, so I might go with it again tonight. Bring the Stone Roses looking. Get a few more comments. Let's see what everyone's saying. They're going to come at us from the start. They look tired in game lately too. Says Compost Smith regarding Newcastle. I'll bring you all of the up-to-date team news later on today, around about lunchtime. And don't forget, we will be doing the members video at lunchtime as well for all of the members on the channel. So we'll obviously give you a sneak preview as to what is coming on the channel as well. If you are a member, there's obviously the content before for everybody, because we like to be fair to everyone as well. So we'll be doing that about 1 o'clock today. And then we'll just go into the members video after that also, if you are a member on the channel. So that's coming later, and we'll bring you all the team news, because there are some contrasting reports at the moment regarding Newcastle's situation and their illness bug, or whatever it is. There's their bug that's going around their camp. Voltameda, will he start? Will he? Won't he? That's a conversation going on at the moment. But big injuries for Newcastle and key players missing. So we'll update you fully as much as we can going into lunchtime. I'm sure we'll get in a few more injury updates coming in as well, because we're also looking at, well, what's happening with Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire. Michael Carrick was talking about that in depth in the press conference yesterday. No Mount or Leacher, but Shaw and Maguire definitely have a chance of playing for Manchester United tonight. And honestly, I feel a lot better if both of them are playing. But both of them, if they're not well or sick, I mean, you can see how that affects players as well. So hopefully they're fully recovered and they're in the side. I don't think Michael Carrick's going to have a problem in dropping them either. Harry Maguire could be big tonight for Manchester United. My take. I think he will be big. The poll in the chat right now is, are you joining us for the watch along later? Yes, you are, is the answer to that. Get involved. Just have us on in the background and get involved in the chat as the game is going on. That's all that it takes. Get involved in the community. You can talk on here on YouTube. You can talk on Big Up as well while the game is going on. I will obviously be covering everyone's predictions as well throughout the game and who's doing well, who's not. So that is running live with us at the same time as the actual watch along itself. So make sure that you are there in that. It's going to be a good night, I think, tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Excited is what I'll say. But not as excited, as happy as I was last night. I've just dropped a link in the chat there to my reaction to the Liverpool game last night. So if you want to have a laugh again, then get onto that and obviously give that a watch and give me your thoughts on it, because Liverpool have opened the door for United. Can we take it? More on the game and Newcastle and the build-up to it later on this lunchtime, everyone. But for us this morning now on the show, that is it. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate all the comments, the renewed memberships, new members, and of course, super chats as well. Mods, another fantastic job in there. Get your predictions in now. Click that link. Give this video a like on the way out. Make sure you hit subscribe on Forever United TV and on Adam FC, my other channel. All the links are in the description, everybody. Please do get involved there. It was funny watching Liverpool, so you might as well just go and watch that video. I'll see you all